And that's another thing we want to start checking on. You can't be in the league if you ain't hardwired.
65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly
So
ready to go.
I'll do.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Pickup a 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. But not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
start with the option. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
It's a pickup of
not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They don't give it here to his running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
on the play. And it brings up third down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem? Every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Possession on him, and he pulls it in. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Lions nothing.
Now they try the right side here. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And on the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. There, and now it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up
2nd and 11 now.
At the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. The right side here, complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Deep in his own territory, he calls up the ball. This is picked up by the Dolphins.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
play fake here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And to give this time to the tailback. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He was taken down at the 22.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Third down.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll let this go for the end zone. His guys will get the football back. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
And it's third down.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken success. Successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Well, they always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second down at 4. The quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And goal at the 9-yard line.
He's going to keep it. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
A yard. Brings up second and goal.
Now they try the right side here. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secured before...
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 3. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 12. They'll drop the throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, That allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll keep it on the ground. Graves. He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. That'll bring up second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit short. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And out of bounds right around the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On second down, it's Graves, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And 5.
Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On for the field goal of 37.
And his kick here is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, you're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 24.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30.
He was brought down.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Man on the out route. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This time he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And 6.
Pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. A man with a crossing route. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here.